Crosby was traded to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks, and they make the trade. The trade's looking good. It gets finalized in the new league year. However, it didn't go through. They had medical stuff flare up, and it popped up as a red flag, which obviously means they didn't go through with the trade. So the Ravens back out of the trade. And then less than 24 hours later, they signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year, $112 million deal. I see a lot of people, talking about how that's a little fishy. I don't know about Eddie's thoughts on it. I don't think it's that weird.
No.
Well, I think there are red flags from it because of what happened. I think it could have been as simple as they trade for Crosby, they don't like something they see in his knee, they quickly call Hendrickson, and they make him a big offer, and boom. Because, in my opinion, I don't know why you would want Trey Hendrickson over Crosby. Crosby's a better player. He has better upside. He's better against the run. He's a better pass rusher. He's a more all-around defensive end. Has more defensive player of the year caliber stuff. Hendrickson's a very good pass rusher, but he's not as good against the run as Crosby is. He's a little bit less, has a lower ceiling. So, I would much rather have Crosby than I would have Hendrickson. So that whole situation is very fascinating. I'm sure we'll talk about it more on our free agency roundup that'll be coming out in about a week. But it's a very interesting situation, and that's for sure.
Yeah, it's very I think it's just I think Ravens liked what they were getting. They saw it wasn't what they wanted and they were able to get a different business deal. That's business. That's how it works. You try to benefit yourself. But I'm curious, Mike, what are your thoughts on he might still go for Lions or Cowboys, another team that wanted him? What do you think about that? And what's your thoughts on those?
To all my fans of this team, he will not be coming to Detroit. Please,
Yeah.
please stop talking about them
Just
trading for guys. They do not do that. They're not going to give up multiple first round picks. It's better if you just accept the fact that they won't do that, and then if they do it, you can be excited. But don't get so excited for them to
don't get
make a
ahead of
big trade like
yourself.
that, and then you get disappointed. To be honest with you, I think he's a Raider. I don't think they wanted to trade him, but I think when you get offered 2 first-round picks for a guy, you kind of have to move on. The more fascinating situation is how does this kind of impact the cap situation with cap space? Because the Raiders just went out and made a flurry of moves. They signed Tyler Linderbaum. They signed all these guys to make their team pretty darn good, and we'll talk about that in the roundup for a quarterback coming in. But I just think he's probably going to stay a Raider unless a team
Yeah.
blows the doors off with